guys, what's up? It's Fallen. I know it's been a while, but finally managed to get some time on my hands. And today, since the ban list just dropped about a week ago, I decided to update my deck of the Cyberse Playmaker style. So let's hop into it and tell me what you guys think in the comments. Alright, we'll start with the main deck. Alright, for starters, I run 3 Balancer Lord. This guy, I want to see him a lot. He's a light attribute, and pay 1,000 life points, gain an extra normal summon. So with him, you can possibly up to 3 times a turn normal summon. You get a lot of effects. Next up, 3 Widget Kid. Normal summoned, he special summons a Cyberse monster from your hand. So he's a 1-card link 2 or 3, depending on who you do. Now, one of the more pricier and harder cards to come across is Microcoder. You had to get this out of Legacy of the Duelist, Link Evolution. You can link summon a Code Talker monster from your hand with him and search a Signet spell or trap. But if you do it from the field, you get a level 4 or lower Cyberse type monster. So he's pretty good. I like him. Another good one to pull is Cyberse Gadgets. You can essentially 1-card link 3 with him, but since he's normal summoned, you pull a level 2 or lower and negate its effect, so you've got multiple targets, and when he's link summoned or goes to the grave at all, you get a token. Next up, Clock Wyvern. I want to see him a lot. Most people run him at like 1 or 2, but he's searchable, and he also helps out get out Clock Dragon, which could actually help a lot and get your fodder in for Dark Fluid, but we'll get into him in just a second. Normal summoned or special, because attack in half and generate a token. So more tokens, more monsters, more linking. Now the 2 UBs I'm running is Code Radiator. It's the water equivalency to Microcoder and a level 4. Link someone from the hand for a Code Talker, you can negate and drop an attack 1 monster on your opponent's side of the board to 0. But if you do it from the field, you get 2. So, and I know she's at 3, but I only found 2 copy, my other copy, so 2 copies of Lady Debug. Even with the way Code Talker Inverted is, 3 honestly would be a little bit too much, so I'm running her at 2 right now. 3 would be too much, but then we got another 2 of is Backup Secretary. She's a free special summon and once per turn, so Lady Debug will search her out. And the rest of my 1-UBs is Dotscape. He's been in every build. Goes to the grave, comes back. Gets banished, comes back. And then we got Sea Archiver, Cyberse Synchron, Link Infoflyer, D-Grade Buster, which is the BLS of the deck, and 1 Cyberse Magician, which is your ritual monster. Alright, with the monster lineup done, next up, guys, if you want to build this deck, wait until Dual Overload to get this Signet Mining. Yes, it's dropped since the announcement, but it's still about $30 a piece, so yeah. Pitch a card, add a level 4 lower Cyberse. Wait till Dual Overload, it'll actually bump it down to cheaper. Another card that was a little hard to track down because of Link Evolution game was Signet Codec. You link summon a Code Talker monster, you get to add that attribute from deck to hand. And it's not a hard once per turn, so you can sit there and go through your entire element list, and boom. A lot of people run 1 of this, but I like 2, just in case something happens to it. But Signet Optimization, you gain an extra normal summon. With this and Balancer Lord, you gain 3 summons per turn, and when your monsters attack, not a declaration but attack, your opponent can't activate anything, so it gains the Ancient Gear effect, which I love. Then we run 1 Signet Ritual, 1 Signet Fusion, 1 Monster Reborn because it's Monster Reborn, and a lot of effects kick off from being special summoned. And then 1 Gold Sark, and 1 one-time passcode. Token generation, banish off either Balancer Lord or your Dotscape to get them out. Monster Reborn, just pull out of the grave and special summon, and you can kick off number of effects. And then last but not least, I run 2 traps in the deck. Signet Conflict. As long as you have a Code Talker on board, this is their Solemn. You negate it and banish it, and your opponent is locked out of playing that card for the rest of the turn. So that's the main deck, guys. I love it. This has been a lot of a fun deck. It's still got a little bit more improvement to go. I will admit I'm running 1 proxy until I get it in the mail because I haven't had any luck. And it's only a super rare, which is Inverted Code Talker. But let's jump into the extra deck. I'm running 1 Firewall Darkfluid. He is the new big boss monster of the deck. Essentially, playing right and smart, you can get him up to 13,000 attack. And with Cyberse Magician Engrave and Clock Dragon, Firewall Exceed, and Quantum Dragon in your grave, he gains 4 tokens and will become 13,000 attack. But you drop his tokens, his counters on him from your Ritual, Synchro Fusion, Exceed on board, well, Engrave really, and it will drop his attack by 2,500. So it can be a war of attrition. Meknak Crusadia Abramax. Such an easy card to pull out in this deck. It is a soft lock, and a lot of people have a lot of hard time getting over him, especially if you get him out first turn. And that's not very hard with this deck. And then we got each of the Code Talkers. You got 1 shooting, 1 trans, 1 X code for my Link 3s. Yes, I know I'm not running Power Code because of Inverted Code Talker. And with Degrade being my only fire type, elements, I don't really want to take up an extra deck slot just for 1 card.
Plus the 3 monsters used to summon him outside of shortcutting.
Yeah. And then for my Link 2s, which I'm running Honeybot right here as my proxy for Inverted Code Talker because of the arrows and the attribute. But Inverted Code Talker is when it's Link summoned, special summon a Cyberse type monster from your hand to its Link arrow. So you want to trigger that off as 1 and your Signet Codec as 2. So you search and add your like first and then you bring it out. So usually go for Cyberse Gadget. That way you can pull another monster out of your grave. For the other Link 2s I've got is 1 Code Talker, which he's the usual one you start the whole chain with. He's your dark. But if you want to bump out Decode Talker, that's perfectly fine. Just Code Talker is a little bit easier to get into, so there's that. And then our 3 that'll do the searching for us is Clock Spartoy, which is your fusionist. And then we got Cyberse Wicked, special summon to his markers, banish off a card, Dotscaper, or preferably Balancer Lord. So you add Cyberse Synchron from deck to hand, and then you can special summon him out. And then our Cyberse Witch. Anything is supposed to her, banish off a spell, and boom, you have your ritual in hand. And last but not least, our Link 1s. Top Back Lancer can literally restart your entire board. Just tribute off a monster, Cyberse monster on the board other than him, and you special summon Transcode. Transcode will pull back another Link 3 or lower Code Talker, so you can initially restart half of your U board with just him alone. And then I use Link Disciple to cap off, or I will use one of these 3. And that is the deck for, right now, guys. The only cards I am literally missing, as I said, is Inverted, but the last one is going to be Code Generator. And that is another little mini coder and Foolish Burial. But that's it for the day, guys. I'll keep y'all updated, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.